Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Kilrodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon where I'll be talking about the movies, of course, TV shows, merchandise, and theme parks. I don't know, whatever the case may be. If it's related to Disney in any shape or form, then yes, of course, I'll be talking about it. So let's just get straight to the point, shall we? And thank you for anyone for tuning in, of course. So here we go, I reckon. So I came across this one article here, which is something I've heard about before. I just thought to get to it. It is from the episode The Gatekeeper from the TV series Moon Girl, I guess. And okay, so it's a series I heard about, but I haven't seen just yet. When it comes to TV shows, I'm not really the one to do TV shows, really. I'm more of a movie reviewing kind of individual. It's not that I haven't talked about shows before, but it's just a solemn occasion, really. But anyway, more on hand. It's about more of this. There's a episode that was being pulled off the air, I guess, so to speak, because the episode featured a trans character, and the article I just showed you a moment ago, it just talked about the reaction from artists and fans, of course, I guess you can say. So yes, in that episode, as the article will state that Disney has decided to withhold an episode of the animated series Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur that included a trans character, sparking reactions from both artists and fans. The title of the episode is mentioned a moment ago, The Gatekeeper, featuring a trans character, and has been leaked online, disappointing the fans, of course, and the creators, of course, and followers. It will not be aired due to the LGBT plus themes. So it just makes you wonder, in that case, then what was the whole point of creating the episode? You could have easily used that resources for something else in that case. Seems like a waste of money and time if you think about it, but whatever. Anyway, in said episode, apparently the character was actually was actually voiced by this well known individual, faces discrimination during the volleyball team, as in the episode, while openly discussing their identities, let's say. The character wears this pride themed knee pads and whatnot. So it was even this like little thing, this little I guess water bottle, and it says trans beautiful. Okay, that's all nice and dandy and whatnot. But what kind of angers me here is that come on Disney, you had to really put the episode because I don't feel the backlash, which in itself is really weird because you end up getting backlash anyway for not having that episode there. So it seems weird. I mean, yes, I do realize that if they actually allow the episode to be aired, they would have got some controversy anyway, sure. But I just thought it was really confusing because of this, when you think about it. And I just don't get it. I don't get why just make the episode if you're not going to allow it to be aired anyway. It just seems kind of odd when you think about it. Yeah, made it more obvious, like it wasn't already, that the company was going to support trans computer and everybody else, of course. Yes, the decision by Disney has triggered a lot of strong backlash within the artistic community, of course. So yeah, it just seems kind of odd that this was, of course, a thing. And yes, a lot of people would actually state that the company was being a bit cowardice and inconsistent because of this. Although rumors suggest that this move was influenced by the political climate, which wouldn't be much of a stretch if it was, particularly because of the following things that Donald Trump's decision, of course, when it comes to his election victory, of course. So it just seemed like this could have been because of that, and to some extent, of course. And if it is because of that, it wouldn't surprise me really, come to think about it at all. But I just thought I should do this real quick here, and it's something I've talked about before when it comes to Trump or any kind of Republican having an issue with Disney, which they have often do, of course. It's something I've spoke about Disney and politics before, fairly often actually, come to think about it. It just doesn't make any sense. This is 2025, isn't it? So I'm thinking that people just gone over the fact that okay, different people exists. This is an actual thing. People out there do exist, of course. I don't get it. I mean, yes, I do realize that Trump himself does have an issue with the trans community, and a lot of his supporters also have an issue with the trans community. And I'm not saying that it is because of this that the episode wasn't aired, but it wouldn't surprise me though. And yes, of course, there's also the whole thing with the religious people. The religious people were already taking an issue with Disney to begin with. Oh yeah.
Hey, you're cutting!
How about I show you what real cutting is, huh?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you speak into my microphone?
Whoa, things just got real.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous because again, I thought this was America. I thought America was supposed to be for everybody. I know a lot of people just assume that oh, it's for the family. How can you have such themes? So you mean to tell me that trans people can have a family? They certainly can. There's multiple trans individuals who do have a family. Being trans, that alone does not prevent anyone from having a family. How is that preventing anyone from having a family exactly? I do not know. That's not how that works. You being trans does not stop anyone from having a family. You can have one kid, three kids, whatever, and you can get married. You can have a spouse. You can have a husband, whatever. It doesn't stop you from getting married. It doesn't stop you from being a good citizen. It doesn't stop you from paying the bills. It doesn't stop you from having a job. Or at least it shouldn't anyway. But it's already bad enough that these group of people already have a troubled time getting a job and whatnot, which in itself is pretty ridiculous. I could have an entire discussion on how these individuals have a tough time getting a stable job. I mean, I could have wanted to, but it is pretty difficult for these individuals to do that. Which, of course, is rather unfortunate that they would, of course, and it shouldn't be like that at all. But yet here we are. Anyway, I just thought I'd do this real quick for one, and just give me an excuse to talk about something Disney related, and it gives me an excuse to talk about some news type topic of videos because I've done this before. Of course, I don't mind talking about these news topics like this. I just thought I'd discuss it real quick because of that. I feel like I don't do it often, even though I kind of do it to some extent in a way. But anyway, I just thought I'd do more of these types of videos, of course. I've done a truckload of these type of videos anyway. When it comes to politics and Disney, I've done this on a multitude of different times. So, of course, this is nothing new at all. So, I just thought I'd just do this, just might as well get to it, of course, because why not? I just thought it'd be a good way to have a discussion here, and a civil discussion, of course, and just not yell at each other and whatnot, even though there's going to be people out there just assuming the worst out of certain individuals. Of course, they would. Of course. But anyway, I thought this would be a good way to have this kind of conversation here. But I thought this was kind of ridiculous. I don't know why it has to be like this. Yet it just keeps this kind of thing keeps on happening over and over again, which I don't understand why. This ain't the 1920s anymore, and I was around then too. I'm older than what you think I am, folks. Let's put it that way. Anyway, that being said, so of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.